Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. I'm here joined with BitCoinSensus, Andreas Jake. He's got a channel on YouTube doing YouTube videos about Bitcoin and I think Ethereum. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah. Also some other altcoins, but basically more Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. How are you doing? Where are you located actually?
I'm located in Mallorca. I was born here in Mallorca in Spain. So yeah, I'm Spanish. I got my mom who is from the Isle of Man, she's from the British Isles. So yeah, but I was born here and yeah, I'm Spanish.
Oh, ¿puedes hablar en español?
Sí, exactamente.
Muy bien, muy bien. I lived in Chile for like 8 years, so I can speak Spanish a little bit well.
I remember seeing some videos of it, yeah.
Exactly. So anyways, tell us a little bit about your background. How did you get into crypto? What made you see crypto was as a thing to get into?
Yeah.
And when?
Well, I started in 2017 studying trading patterns. You know, I started buying some books about investing, and stocks and learning how to trade. So I was trading the traditional stock market. I was trading the German stock market, DAX 30. I'm not sure if you know it, the one here in Europe, in Germany. And after 1 year, I thought it was a little bit boring. And then suddenly I saw, a post of this Bitcoin. I did hear about Bitcoin before in 2015, but like most of the people, you just see it go past and you don't pay any attention. But now I was starting to trading and to learn how to trade in 2017. Then I think, wow, I need to get a book. I need to know what this is all about, because this has been for years already, right? So I started to get the Bitcoin Standard, and then, some blockchain books, also started reading them. And then, just like you, I guess in very early 2010, 2011, saying, wow, this is going to be revolutionary and I need to get into this. So I started learning about the cycles also. And I did learn that in 2018, we were like entering like a bear cycle, because there was a massive hype in 2017, end of 2017. So I started accumulating Bitcoin, because I did see, the projection of this massive trend. And, the economy is doing bad. The money printing is going to continue in the future. So I just started heavily, buying Bitcoin and Ethereum and some other altcoins to speculate eventually some really cool projects, such as Chainlink. So that was my entry. I just saw a post on Facebook about something, and that's when I entered full on crypto in 2018.
Wow, great story. What is the key feature, would you think, about Bitcoin that really drew you into like realizing, okay, I got to get some of this, man, right now?
Yeah, well, obviously that's I've read the Bitcoin Standard, and the thing that is not sure, there's the scarce money being 21 million only available, that is only going to be available. Obviously, there's about something like less than 2.5 million yet to mine, I think, something like this. And it's just a revolution, because there's nothing so scarce like that. Even gold is not that scarce, it's still, we can still get over 3 tons of gold per year from the ground, and we still don't know how much there is really there. So it's just a locked supply. And I just thought, wow, this is going to be revolutionary. And obviously to send Bitcoin, all the story, to send gold is going to be super hard. The money is printing everywhere. So yeah, I mean, it is the 21 million, the blockchain technology. I really believed, and this is going to be a revolution in the next coming years. So that's what got me into Bitcoin hardly.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that you can send money without having to worry about the government deciding whether or not you can send it.
Exactly.
And getting on a plane, you can't get on a plane with more than $10,000. What is that all about? That's ridiculous. Correct. That's not now $10,000. $10,000 used to be a lot in the 70s, but today it's nothing. And
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's ridiculous.
Yeah, inflation's gone, and they haven't changed that law just yet. That 10,000 from the 70s is got something like 50,000 now. Maybe not that much, but
probably even more. Probably actually, if you think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because $10,000 in the 70s would get you a house.
Yeah, they need to change that law. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, maybe $250,000.
Maybe.
Oh
Yeah.
wow! So yeah,
Exactly.
that's an example of how we
Mm.
are being our wealth is being destroyed
Yeah. Yeah.
through time, through the money printing. What do you think about all this money printing? What do you think it's logical? We should do this. It makes sense. It makes everybody richer.
Of course not. No, I mean the thing is that we've got such a big debt worldwide, and not only the United States, which the last time I remember seeing the debt of United States, it was about 25 trillion. I think it's way higher than that because it's going even faster now. So especially with the inflation going, I think they want to print themselves out, but that's just going to make it even worse. So I think we're heading for big trouble. So I think Bitcoin is like the saver. It is the people's money. So yeah, I strongly believe that people need to put at least maybe 1 or 2% of their capital into it. I think it's riskier not to having Bitcoin than having Bitcoin. So.
That's good. That's good. Yes, that's so true. That's so true. Hopefully everybody understands that because who's watching, because if you don't, man, what are you doing? Get some Bitcoin now, man. All right, listen, I hear you have like on your channel, you do TA and so forth.
Yeah.
And I guess you're a professional at the technical analysis. I'm going to throw you a little bit of a curveball, right? Because I'm sure you weren't prepared for this, but I want to ask you, if you don't mind doing a monthly technical analysis on the monthly chart, right? Because like most people they look too closely. And when in doubt,
exactly.
zoom out. So let's zoom out to the monthly chart. Can you pull that up, monthly chart, and see where the prices are going?
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, let's go and get the charts here. This is there's a pattern here that I want to show you on the daily chart, also on the 4-hourly. But I think it's even better on the daily. But let's first go on the monthly chart. I got a clean chart here for you because I wanted to show you a really cool pattern that I don't see much people looking at, and that could actually take the price of BTC to all-time highs in the next coming months. So maybe potentially by September, October. But if we take a look at the monthly, well, yeah, I mean, what can the monthly tell us? Let's go to the logarithmic and zoom out here a little bit. I mean, hang on 1 second. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely in a massive bull trend, and I mean, it wouldn't make sense because we got the 4-year cycle theory, right? We've got the 4-year cycle theory, okay, from a peak here of the 2014, and then you have the halving here halfway in 2016, then the peak here in 2017, and eventually this took also. We've only been about 3 years and a half now. But if you take a look at some, I want to show you something first, Davinci, okay, before we continue. And this is this right over here. I'm not sure if you saw this chart before. Okay, this is the Bitcoin cycles. You have the first cycle, you have the second cycle, and you have the third cycle. And now in the orange, we have the fourth cycle, which we're currently at. And the market cycles are extending. So this 4-year cycle thing is not really accurate enough because there is quite a lot of distance in between the cycles. So we can see, from the top cycle of the first one, this is in the same timing. You can see the first cycle was super fast, and then the second cycle was longer extended, having the double peak. You can see the other cycle from the bottom to the peak here in the purple, taking us to $20,000. So they are kind of extending with time. And now this is where we're currently at now for BTC, as you can see here on the chart. Time-wise, from the local bottom, that was $3,200, if I'm not wrong, from December of 2018. Then eventually it wouldn't make sense to peak this fast into the cycle when the cycles are extending, and especially the adoption is growing very fast. So just going back here to this chart, I mean, this is my opinion. Eventually you might think that it's wrong or not. What do you think about that?
Yeah,
Davinci.
I agree 100%. Our cycles are going to change over time to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
point where there will be no cycles. It'll just be a steady growth rate.
Yeah, exactly. That. I mean, like, there might be sideways bear cycle, kind of that we're not going to go as far down as more liquidity comes into the market. The volatility is going to go down. So maybe, we're not going to have any more of those 90, 85% corrections. It might be 70% correction or 65. But anyway, let's go, straight here into the chart. And so I do think, this has been like a correction very similar from not similar, because if you take a look at the monthly, you got me here with the monthly chart. I'm usually looking at the weekly at the latest. So yeah, you really got me on this one. But if we zoom out, the most likely, the closest we can get from where we at now is the double bubble from 2013. Okay, we got this scenario right over here, which is very, very similar to this, having over a 50% correction. And yeah, I don't believe in the theory that if you drop more than 20%, you are in a bear market. This is, in cryptocurrency, it does not work, this theory. So maybe in the traditionals, yes, but not on crypto. And so I do think that we might be seeing this kind of double bubble scenario, and that we're not going to peak. We haven't peaked at 65K for this cycle, and we are the peak is not going to be by the end of 2021. I think more likely first or second quarter of 2022, especially with all of the uncertainty that there is in the market, with the money printing, like we mentioned before. So that's my take on the monthly, just by looking, I'm not going to get any indicators. I'm not a very much indicator guy. I mainly use price action, volume. I like to check out support and resistance, and yeah, or basically some patterns, but I don't use very too much indicators. Let me show you on the daily chart something that, yeah, not much people are taking a look at, which is this potential bump and run scenario right over here. Okay, let me just get
you're right.
these indicators out. And yeah, just get you the pattern here so we can get familiar with this scenario. Whoops. Right over here, just in case some of your audience doesn't know about this. We do have the all-time high here at 65, or just underneath $65,000. We have this lower high over here at about 60,000, and then we have the massive sell-off in May that we've had, which would be the bump phase, and we have like an accumulation. It's insane how the same this is, and this is a chart from well, yeah, you got it here from the New York Stock Exchange. And this was in 1993, 1994. This was another chart. But you can see that the scenario is very, very similar. We even came to retest here the resistance, just like we did here on Bitcoin. And we finally broken out of it. We haven't retested the support, but the support can be all the way down to $38,000. We might have a fake out below $40,000, which is a major support. But this pattern looks like that it is playing out. It is very, very too close to this pattern. So I do think that this is going to play out. We have broken out from $41,000, which has been the ultimate major resistance. We've been closing daily candles right over here. Okay, this is on the 8th of January. There's also one over here on the 27th of May. And also this one over here on the 16th of June. So we struggled here. We had a fake out, and now we've finally broken out. So it's blue skies, in my opinion, here, Davinci, for Bitcoin.
Awesome. I like that analysis with that bump and run. We just need to bump it, right? A little bit. And it's possible because we're running into resistance, as you can see, right at the $46,000 mark. Let's see what the market does. I think if we pull up some indicators, we'll probably see a little bit of divergences and so forth. So maybe we are running out of steam with the Bitcoin.
Some type of correction eventually has to happen. That's why I would be more confident in getting into long myself, because I leverage trade. I guess you do also, and I would be more confident into getting into potential long positions with low leverage if we do have that major correction to $40,000. I think a major bounce is very, very likely, and it would be healthy also after this run that we've had in the last couple of weeks.
Exactly. All right. Well, thank you for your time. I really appreciate you coming on my show. Hopefully, if you haven't subscribed to Andreas and Bitcoin Census, please do so. The links are in the description below. Thanks for coming, and I hope to see more of your analysis. Excellent work.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on the channel, Davinci. It was a pleasure. Thank you.